So, hello everybody, and welcome back to another edition of F2 in ERO. Obviously, this is season 6. If you're with us last season, then you'll know that Wagner, who you won't see here, Wagner was the... Oh no, you will see him actually. Tell a lie, Wagner, the F2 champion, is back to defend his crown, but this time he's got a whole load of competition, a lot of very, very quick competition to go with it. So you will recognize a lot of names here, or a few names, especially FRL Bread. He was in F1 last season, and he is looking like he's going to be the man to beat in this F2 championship. But there are, like I said, quite a few drivers, quick drivers here, and I'm sure they'll be more than ready to take the fight to him in the McLaren. And also, as you know, alongside me today we got JJ.
Hello everyone. Obviously, welcome back to F2 this season. And as Loki just says, basically this season is going to be exciting to say the least.
Oh yeah. So is this a full lobby we've got here? We've got 20 drivers in the lobby.
Yeah.
That is wonderful. I feel like we're going to be in store for a very, very interesting race. Personally, I'm not too sure who is going to win. I don't really know what type of lap times everybody has been doing in practice and in whatnot. Plus, I don't know how many hours certain guys have racked up on the game. Obviously, Coutinho surely wants to start off with a good race. We'll see how that plays out for him once again in the Ferrari. I think we'll be getting underway sooner rather than later, as
just got them started now.
That is perfect. I'm sure we'll see nothing but a dry session. I don't think you really find rain in the desert like that, so surely a dry quali and a dry race. Let me get the stream off my laptop because I can see there's some comments coming through. Yeah, back in the RO says Sunset. So Sunset is Sunset here? Yes, he is. He's in Aston Martin this time. Obviously, I believe he was in the Red Bull last year. You'll see that Otapa and Libba now also in the Mercedes. A big name actually missing from this list of drivers, I believe, is Vilzu. I'm not too sure if he's still a full driver or if he's a reserve in this league, but you also know Vilzu as my teammate last season in the Racing Point. I think he might be a reserve here in F2, really just compounding how strong a grid that we do have here. In regards to predictions, I guess we'll have to wait until qualifying starts to pan out and we'll see what the pace is like. Yes, Mr. BT, good luck for your race. We have Houseman's brother. Oh yeah, Sugar. Oh yeah, Houseman's in F1 this season. Well, he's back in F1 even. He's the GOAT. What car is he in? I think we'll see it in a second. Just waiting for a few drivers to...
Wait for Houseman's car?
I think it's Houseman's cousin or brother, rather.
I think, yeah. He's in the... I'm trying to think what car it was. He's in the AlphaTauri, I think? Oh well, but so...
Yeah, he's in the AlphaTauri, yeah.
So, any predictions, like, in general for qualifying, you feel like? Since you were practicing a little bit before. Yeah,
I did one quali session just now. I didn't get any laps in myself, but Brett did a 24.5. And obviously, well, without the line, that would be F1 times, but I'm sure that will most definitely be top 2, top 3 in this session. I'm not really too sure what lap times other guys have been putting in. Obviously, Luke, also, who was in F1 last season, is now in F2, so that's another driver that I'm not sure if he has a full-time seat, but if he does, he will definitely be going for the championship this season. But obviously, we will keep a close eye on Wagner, the reigning and defending F2 champion. Be very, very interesting to see what type of pace he has, obviously, on the new game. As we look at the map and as what is generally was become a general theme, Sniper out first on track in the Williams, which is like a really nice car, actually.
Yeah, the thing I'm trying to remember is obviously Sniper was P2, remember, in the championship last season.
Oh yes, he was.
So he could easily bring back the Fury this season.
Yeah,
and get a championship for himself.
Yeah, very
so
good
I'm trying
point
to
there.
think. So basically, the qualifying F3 was a 24.6.
What?
That's how... No, not 20. No, 26 then, sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, I mixed it up.
Sorry, I was going to say 24-6. Oh my god. That would have been, yeah, that would have been pretty impressive. Yeah.
I'm going to double check it 2 seconds. I'm going to mute myself.
Okay, so we watched Sniper. As JJ mentioned, he actually finished second in last year's championship. Can he take that next step? We'll have to wait and see. I know he's got high hopes, and I know he'll be streaming right now. So we'll watch him as we'll get the first lap on the board, hopefully, regarding, unless there are any invalidations here, but yeah, we'll see as he's going to come towards the end of the first sector, turn through. Very, very tricky corner. I seem to lose a lot of time through here. It's very difficult to spot the braking zone, and it gets very unbalanced in the middle of the corner. His first sector is a 27.7, so it's okay, but we'll watch him now coming into the middle sector. Downhill braking, very easy to lock up, as you can see by the marks just going into the apex of the corner. As there's yellow flags in the final sector, I believe that's just a Red Bull slowing down. Turn 10, probably the hardest corner, or one of the hardest corners on the game. Another corner where it's easy to lock up and very, very easy to miss your braking point, as there's more yellow flags being waved in sector 1.
Just the car getting on the way.
Yeah, Sniper coming.
So look, sorry, look, if you cut you off, it was actually 24-6.
24-6. Wow,
yes.
Who did that?
One of our new drivers, Davey.
24-6. Oh yeah, 8. Okay, no, I'm assuming it's ABS in F3, right?
Yes.
To be fair, nonetheless, that's still a good lap though.
I'll let you get back to Slifer then.
Yep, he's about to come across the start-finish line. He's going to set the first time lap. It's a 25.8, so the lap times will definitely be getting quicker than that, and he'll want to do better on his next one. Sal Ferrer goes P2 in the Alfa Romeo 27.0, not the fastest lap of laps. He also want to improve, as there's an Alpha Tauri coming through the final corner whilst there are yellow flags being waved. Is that Houseman? Or no, it's not. It's Jelani. I think this is another new driver.
Yep, he was a reserve and he's managed to get a seat this season. I'm watching Kappa Cox, who's coming across the line now and takes P2. That's Luke P3.
Yep, on the 26.7, and the times are coming thick and fast now. And they're dropping thick and fast as well. So we'll wait to see. Flo's gone on provisional pole with 25.4, but still quite a few cars coming into the final sector now.
Here comes the champion, P8 on the wage now at the moment.
He's on the medium tyres, actually, let me put that out. He's on the medium tyres, and as is Luke as well. One thing I didn't actually notice, as Otapa goes P1 on a 25.3. Wow, well done to Otapa. That's a decent lap.
Mr. BT just missed out by 50 milliseconds.
So where is Bread is the driver we really want to see. I believe that might be him coming across the start-finish line.
Nope, he's in sector 3. He's coming down the back of the last stretch now.
Yep, he is, and he could easily get into the 124s here. We have to wait and find out. Only one corner to negotiate, and he does it fairly well. And I think I think he ran out of ERS there, so I think he might have invalidated his first lap. As I can see, he's got one lap on those soft tyres, so he's aborted that lap. And he's into the pits. Still 12 minutes left though, so not really much reason to panic.
Yeah, but what a job by the Merc so far.
Yes, like Jelani goes P13, but yeah, that's a great job from Otapa, to get P1.
Because I think his highest grid was P3 in one of the races.
I think the pole position time will be. Oh, it's good to be back. Yeah, what's good, Funky?
Hey.
Yeah, I think the pole position time will definitely be in the 124s. Whether it's a high 24s or mid 24s, I think that depends on, at the moment, it looks like what type of time Bread can put in. I believe that Luke Lira driver on the mediums is also fairly quick, so we'll watch him. He's on his outlap on the medium tyres. One thing about this track is there are a few different ways you can work the strategy. It's not a straightforward one stop or two stop. Obviously the possibility of safety cars. I'm not sure how it went in your race, JJ, but in regards to strategy, what do you think is the best way to go about it?
Let's just say it was in a chaotic F3 race as usual. 3 safety cars. Basically about 3 cars killing themselves on the curbs.
Oh, okay, yeah, the curbs.
So basically, we had Davey win the race in his debut. We had Patuka, P2, a familiar name, and then I think it was another debut person, new Greek guy. I think it was Piro.
But there were multiple safety cars in that race, wasn't there?
Yes, there was 3.
Okay. Yeah, so
I'm
not sure how many safety cars we have here. I guess I'll make a prediction coming in the qualifying, but I don't assume it will be more than probably 2. But we've seen a lot worse here in F2. But we'll watch Luke Lira on the medium tyres, as I believe Luke is also on the lap. He's coming across the start of this. I know he jumps into the pits. So we'll see what type of lap time he can do here.
I'm watching Liam, who's just about to finish his lap in the Haas car, who's a reserve today. Comes to the line now. What will his time be on softs? It's a P5, a 25.6. That's a good lap for the reserve.
As Jonas says, F3 pace was crazy. Yeah. If there's a 24.6 as a pole, then that's very crazy. To be fair, fair
ABS
dues.
is definitely not.
Yeah,
ABS is definitely not overrated. It's not overrated this year.
Yeah, let me not get into ABS too much on the stream, but we'll follow the Aston Martin driver now coming to the final sector. What's the middle sector time going to be? It's come up as purple, but that may not be the case. We'll have to wait and see. Not too long. Oh, he's invalidated the lap. That's a massive shame on those medium tyres. I wonder if he will try and recharge and go again.
It looks like both Mercs are heading out again for their second runs, both in tandem, which is very surprising.
It's Pyro's on a lap, also the Alpine driver. This is also another new addition to ERO, and it looks like he's done a fairly decent middle sector. I'm not even close to that. Yeah, exactly. I'm not close to a 24.4 either, or 24.6, whatever it was. There's no way I could do that lap time. Maybe with a lot of practice, but definitely not now.
I didn't get any practicing.
Yeah, to be fair, times are tight. Pyro's about to come across the line, and he goes provisional pole, 24.9. So the first man into the 124s is the new driver in the Alpine. He set the marker. What can the other guys do to match it? You've got Bread currently on an out lap. Salferra on a lap. He's in the middle sector, so we'll watch him in the Alfa Romeo. He's improving by a 10th. He'll want to find at least a second on his lap. He's currently in the 127s. The only man alongside the reigning world champion Wagner. I got pole 124.6, but I drive ABS. Can't shift with gearbox. Okay.
Oh, wow, he used automatic gears. That's surprising. But also, you're talking about the champion. Wagner is out on softs now to see what his soft pace will be. So I'm going to keep an eye on him. Obviously, if you keep an eye on Bread.
Yes, as Bread, I believe, is coming through turn 1 and 2 at the moment. But there's 2 McLarens. Both McLarens out on track. I think everybody out on track bar 2 currently either on out laps or laps. And South Ferris coming through the final corner. Can he improve his time? As I believe there was a switch somewhere near the top there. And South Ferris goes P10 on a 126.1. So we'll have a look for Bread, who's currently in the middle sector as cars are slowing down.
Oh no!
Get out of the way. A Mercedes coming across the line at the moment. I believe it's a tapper to start a lap. A Red Bull coming through the final corner, and it's Flo. He's about to start his lap as well. So I think what we will do,
no! Oh, which no just got blocked.
And yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on there at the end of the final sector. Will this affect Bread currently coming into the middle sector? He's done a 103.7 for the middle sector, but that is not. Oh, and he's invalidated as well. So Bread's still yet to set a lap. Wagner has, I believe, been blocked on his lap. So,
yeah, and the fast right-hander, Janae did not move for him.
And as we speak about that, Mr. BT puts his car in the front row. That's an Alpine 1-2. So currently a brilliant result for the Alpine team and the constructors. They'll really look to hold that. But still, I can't see how many minutes are left actually, as there are yellow flags being waved. And it's an Aston Martin that is out of qualifying. No. Is that Sunset has spun. I believe he has damage as well.
No, he's just pulled off track, it looks like. So he's gonna practically get 9. Yeah. Well, yeah. Unless he's got some sort of damage because his car's twitching a lot. But we'll have to see when he gets back to the pits. Let's see if anyone else is improving their times.
Yeah, I think a lot of guys are on laps at the moment. I'm not sure how many are improving. As Otapa came across the line, but I don't think he improved. There's a Red Bull.
He improved by a 10.5, but didn't improve his position.
Flo coming into the pits. Woutinho currently in the pits, who's actually P6. I didn't even notice that. As it looks like Luke is starting a lap, or he just creeps into P11. And Alfa Romeo coming across the line is Ken. He's gone into P5 on a 125.5. And there's a McLaren, I believe, of Yomir coming across the line. He does a 25.8 and goes P15. As cars are jumping into the pits with only, I believe, around 5 minutes left of the session. I still can't see how many minutes. Can you see how many minutes are left in the session? It's not actually coming up on my screen for some reason.
Oh, yeah, it's the same thing for me. That's great.
Okay, so I have no idea how long is left in this session right now, because the game's
the yellow
Masters. Yeah, the yellow flag's just stuck there, so I don't actually know what's going on. But what we do know is that it's currently an Alpine 1-2, and the championship favourites are still yet to set representative lap times. So still a lot to happen in this qualifying session. It is very, very far from over.
Okay, 5 minutes. That's how long they've got left.
5 minutes. Okay.
If you pause the game quickly, you can see it behind the safety car thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow, yeah, it's the only thing I can think of. This game is so good, everyone.
Yeah, that's such a joke. 1 second.
It's fine. So I'll keep an eye, obviously, in the cars, since you've got both Ferraris out, both Alphas. I'm still getting used to these colours. You've got Liam, who's on a lap, it looks like. And so he's improved. He's nearly a 10th up, which will put him into the top 5 at this rate. If he can keep this lap clean in the last sector. Comes down to the last corner now. What can Liam's time be? Can he climb any further up? That's finally the thing. Also, he's going to pit, actually. I can actually see the qualifying thing now as well.
Okay, I can see it, yeah.
So, an interesting grid so far, to say the least. Where's now? P19.
Way out, and there's an Aston Martin, it's Luke Leo, but I think he's invalidated already. Or he's apparently 4 seconds down.
No, he's out of fuel.
Oh, okay, yeah. Not the best qualifying at the moment. He's tried to stay on the mediums, but he'll have to throw on a set of softs now if he wants to get into the top 10. But generally around this track, it's not always better to start in the top 10. It might even be better to start between maybe P11 and P13. Obviously, you get that choice of tyres as Luke Lewis out of fuel, which is why the yellow flags is set to 3. Hopefully, this doesn't bug out the timing once again.
Well, there's one guy... sorry.
Go ahead.
So, there's one guy, have you noticed, that hasn't set a time yet?
Bread.
Because Bread invalidates on the same bit, I've noticed, every single time.
Yeah, so 2 invalidations for the championship favourite, but obviously still 3 minutes left. Wait to see, he's still in the pits at the moment. We're going to watch Sniper on board what is most likely going to be his final lap in qualifying, and can he do enough to trouble the top 2 Alpine drivers, currently the only guys in the 1 minute 24s. We'll see as he comes across the first sector line, the very, very tricky turn 3. And it looks sweet as you like. He's going to ride the curve perfectly. What's the first sector going to be? He's improved by a 10th. It's a 27.5. That's a very decent first sector. Still a long, long way to go in the lap. But it does look very, very clean at the moment for the Austrian. Very, very difficult downhill braking into turn 10. Can he keep it well in bounds on the track? Yes, he hooks it up very, very nicely, and he gets the traction sounding very, very sweet at the moment for the Williams driver. Still half of the lap to go. As you can see in the bottom right, a very, very long lap round here in Bahrain. Very tricky at the same time. So we're going to watch him as there's a Ferrari slowing down in the final sector. What can Sniper do? Said 104 flat middle sector, just a few tenths I think lacking, and he just about keeps it in bounds and it saves himself from the heartbreak of invalidation. And now we're coming into the final corner, break at 100 meters. He's taken quite a lot of curb. It might have thrown him out a bit, and you can see he's lost the rear and the lap time's all gone. It's really that easy.
Yeah, he went purple in the middle sector as well. He was 2 himself.
Yeah, it's so easy to throw the lap away. That inside curb, you don't want to take it too much. You just want to clip it slightly. You can see that he took a little bit too much, and that was enough to end Sniper's qualifying. So it'll be no more than P6, as a lot of drivers are now filtering out on track. Coutinho currently on the track. He's down by a 10.5 though, so currently no improvement, and he's lost the rear. Is it going to be Nabari? He manages to keep it out, but that's qualifying also over for Coutinho, as Liam improves up to P8 on the 25.6. So the lap times are coming thick and fast. a lot of guys on outlaps at the moment. So Jelani in the Alpha Tauri, the only man currently on the lap, and he's actually coming up to the start finish line now. What will it be? It's a 125.9, and he does not improve. He stays P18, so he will most likely be on the back row of the grid, as a lot of cars are starting to watch to start their lap times. Bread still on an outlap, Wagenar still in P19, so we'll follow Luke in the Ferrari as we watch cars come through the final corner. Only 50 seconds left on the board currently in qualifying.
As you said, you've got all these drivers trying to improve their pace. One of them being obviously Brad to get a clean lap in. He's obviously the favourite for pole here so far. You've also got Liam, who's coming into the last sector now. How far is he up? He'll be 3 tenths up, so he could pop into the top 5 at this rate. I'm going to stick to him and see what he can do.
Yep, and whilst you do that, Wade's now coming across the line to start his final lap. And there's yellow flags. It's a Mercedes. It could be Otapa or Libernau that have spun out at turn 2. That's their qualifying also over. But we watch Liam, who's improved by 3 steps. He's going to get a cheeky slipstream here as well, and he goes P4 in the Haas. And Otapa's been disqualified. No way.
Oh, for P3. Oh,
no way. Otapa's disqualified from the session. I believe he's probably got it wrong at turn 2, and he's tried to maneuver his way back onto the track without getting in anybody's way, and as a result he's been disqualified from the session.
5 milliseconds.
The Red Bull driver RG goes P2, but we watch as where's Wagenar currently at the moment. So Bread is ahead of Wagenar. We're going to watch Bread. He's coming into the final sector. This is going to be a very thrilling end to the end of the session as Luke goes P4, 25.1, and Bread does a 103.5 middle sector. That is very, very quick, and we're going to see how quick it is. He's only got one more corner to go. Can it be pole, or will it be only the front row for the former F1 driver? You can see now he's taken that perfectly. He's taken a little bit of curb. It's going to be DRS all the way to the line. Is it pole? He absolutely smashes it to bits. It's a 124.4 for Bread. Nobody's going to beat that. That's pole position. We watch now as there are so many drivers coming through the final set. So what can Wagenar do? Wagenar, his lap is over. He'd improved by a second and a half, but it's not enough. He's going to start in P19 as there's cars, I don't know, battling over position. I'm not sure if any of these guys are on laps.
Oh, no, Wagenar is being blocked by his teammate. Wagenar's going to start P19.
Yeah, Wagenar at the back. So it's a disappointing qualifying for the champion. He will start in P19. Woutinho, I don't believe, had enough time to complete a lap. No, he didn't. So he stays where he is, and that is the end of qualifying. And what can you say? Bread he's done what he's promised. He's smashed everybody out of the park with a 124.4. And to be fair, very good job there from Pyro to also get into the 124s. RGB on the last lap managing to get up into P3 with a 24.9. You see there's 4 drivers in the 24s, but Bread very, very far and away out in front. You've got Luke on his return to F2 starting P5 in the Ferrari. The Brazilian Luke Lira managed to get back up to P6 after what was a disappointing start to qualifying, but I'm sure he'll be satisfied with that. Sunset P8, Liam in P9 on his F2 debut, and Flo rounding out the top 10. But another piece of big news, Wagenar starting P19, and unfortunately for Tapper, who was in P3, he's got himself disqualified, and he's starting at the back of the grid.
Well, just as you can tell, everyone in the F2 chat's very happy about Brett's face.
Yeah, no, they won't be happy about that.
Because Brett did a 0.8 in the last sector.
Yeah, I'm sure they won't be happy about that. Personally, I think he should be in F1, but what can you do? He's doing a good job. If he's enjoying himself in F2, then you can't take it away from him. Really, it's just for everybody else to try and catch up. But that was a very impressive lap there, 124.4 for the man in F2.
It's the fact that he doesn't have that much time, so he can't do low line, that sort of stuff.
So strategy now. I'm not sure there was anybody. No, there was nobody on the mediums in the top 10. So in regards to strategy,
it's probably the one stop of anything. If nothing happens during the race, it's a one stop. Nope. Because you've got loads of strategies. You've got the one stop, you can go from soft to hard, or you can go to medium, some cars have been doing. You've got the two stop, which is either soft, medium, soft, or soft, medium. So you've got loads of strategies open for today.
And as you can see, everybody outside the top 10 has chosen to go for the mediums. Nobody has chosen to go for the hards, interestingly enough, as Jelani's disqualified. Probably from not moving off the start line.
That's a great start of the season.
Yeah.
Disqualified in quali and disqualified in the grid. Great start.
This is a really, really competitive grid. I honestly don't know what's going to happen in this race. Apart from
turn 1 dive bomb.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, to be fair, but I don't really see anybody apart from Bread winning this. But behind that, I have no idea what's going to happen. I feel like there's a few drivers that could be on the podium, obviously because of the alternate strategy. Wagner, as we know from last season, even starting P19, he is a danger to the podium, so we have to be very, very wary of that. Do not write him off. Obviously, Otapa had the pace up until his very unfortunate disqualification, so he will be looking to make his way through the field and pick up some points from Mercedes, as his teammate Libanal in P14 starting on the medium tyres. Wait, Sniper ended up P11?
Yeah, obviously because he abandoned his laps, obviously, and everyone improved, so he got bumped down eventually.
To be fair, I think he'd be quite happy with P11, I would.
Well, I mean, you get fresh mediums, and obviously you can go to hards to the end,
exactly.
So... Unless anything happens, like a safety car, or a safety car, or someone spins out on this corner.
Oh yeah, those things really, really can happen, so...
Because this game is so good, the curves are realistic, not... It's true though, you touch the curb and you're gone.
Yeah, some of the curbs, if you do touch them, then you are in a lot of trouble. Sniper though, he'll be looking, I think he has a big chance at this race as well, as long as he can keep his front wing and side pods actually, because there is side pod damage obviously in this game now. If he can keep all of those things away from trouble, then he has a big opportunity on those medium tyres. But now we watch as the cars line up to the grid for the first time in this F2 season. Bread has managed to lay the marker down with what was an absolutely stunning pole position, but still, well, you already know the points aren't won in qualifying. 29 laps here in Bahrain. Let's hope for no glitches on the start so that we can get underway here in season 6 in ERO, and that is perfect. The cars are going to line up as the lights are going to come down to 5. And it's lights out and away we go, and it looks like it was a good start from Pyro, and he pulls up alongside Bread, and he's actually gotten past Bread. RGB watching him behind as the cars are jostling for position, and the Alpine tries to go down the inside, but Bread fights back on the outside. And do they make contact? No, they don't. The Alpine driver gains the position, and it looks like Mr. BT is going to have a look here at the Red Bull driver. RBT Sniper's out of the race, and it looks like there's been contact at the back. Wagner has also spun in the Haas, and it looks like Capo Cox has lost his wing, and Luke Clearance off the track. I feel like there's a lot going on at the moment, as there's yellow flags in the first sector. I wonder if there'll be a safety car. It's Pyro's got in the position from Bread, and Libano making a move up the inside of South Ferrer as Otapa gets past Yomir. I wonder if he's got any damage, but you can see the top 2 changing positions.
So yeah, this is good. As we saw, a very hectic start off. Sniper, who low-key jinxed, who was in the best position, and then is crashed out. So it's all his fault, Sniper. Obviously, you had Bread, who got beat by the starter, side by side.
Oh, Mr. BT got me inside of RGB, and that's not where you want to make the move. And he might have damage as well. It wasn't a good move there from Mr. BT, and he's run out, and that is a very, very big dent in his opportunities here for a podium in this race.
Yeah, you just do not want to stick your nose in the inside of that corner unless you have a huge run.
Absolutely not, as the timers are fixing themselves.
I mean, when is it not at this point?
It looks like there's some jostling going on at the back, and it looks like it is Otapa, but the timings are... Yeah, Otapa's going up the inside. Does he make the move stick? Yes, he does. And the Alpine behind also wants to have a look. It's Mr. BT. He wants to recover from what was a poor start. There's yellow flags. And that is Luke. I believe Luke has had a moment somewhere. You can see he's slowing down currently in the Ferrari. I wonder if he's got any damage.
Coutinho's gone to the outside. They're going to side by side.
The Ferrari side by side. And Luke keeps the position. And the timers are bugging. They're all over the place.
Otapa's going for a move. He's going to the inside.
And... He's
made it!
Yeah, he does make it. Very, very good move there from the Mercedes driver, Otapa, currently P13. He's up 7 positions after getting disqualified in qualifying. So Atapa's really the man on the mission at the moment. We'll watch his progress, but currently still Pyro in P1 after taking the lead from Bread going into turn 1 on lap 1, but Bread's still only 3 tenths behind. So we'll watch that closely, as it looks like Bread will want to make the move soon, and he's using a little bit less ERS as well. So we'll see how this pans out. These guys currently pulling away from RGB, who want to stay in DRS as much as possible. And Luke is out of the race. Luke has crashed out of the race. And virtual safety car. I wonder if there'll be a safety car. If it does change, then some drivers behind may get a small advantage. We'll have to wait and see.
Santa's pitted.
Oh yes, virtual safety car. If he goes for hard tyres,
he's got the mediums.
That's a very interesting strategy.
So he's definitely going for a 2-stop still.
Ooh, that could really be an advantage.
Mr. BT pits, but he has a front wing change too. You only pits 2 for mediums.
Thinking from Sunset to pit onto the mediums there, so he will be stopping twice or in this race, and at some point in the race will have a very healthy advantage over others in regards to the tyre wear. How is the timing still bugged though? Like, come on, Codemasters. There's so much wrong with this game. Anyways, let's not stress too much about that. But Otapa now up into P9. Currently only 2 positions behind his teammate. What a start from Otapa. He's gained 11 positions in 3 laps. As Mr. BT gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSC. I wonder who else would have got a drive-through penalty. It was just Mr. BT. Trust me, it happens, and it's very, very painful when it does happen. Bread currently still only 4 tenths behind its Pyro. Looks like RGB managed to gain a little bit under the VSC also, and that is really the closest battle currently at the moment, and I can't see the other gaps anyways, because the game is rubbish.
Let's just say that Wasteland has not had the great start of the season, because look, he's in P18, which is last place at the moment.
And at the moment, Bread is going to look to go around the outside of Pyro, going into turn 1. Is he going to make it stick? Pyro defends it well. It's very, very clean, and Bread gets the inside and he gets the move.
Great move by Bread, obviously. God.
I was going to say, none of them got DRS, as there's positions being swapped in the middle sectors. That Mr. BT that's had a moment. Yeah, it's not been a great start. Not been a great start for him at the moment. He needs to switch that ABS off, and I think he'll be a lot better off for it as well. But currently running in P15, it's not been the greatest of starts for him, but still obviously a long way to go in this race, as he gets a 5 second. I think he'll be retiring. Yep, he does retire. It's a shame.
Yeah, Loki, you do know ABS is turned off in this session.
Yeah, I know. In this session. But I mean, like, when you're playing generally, he'll be better for it. But,
okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah, because ABS is just ABS. But anyways, the Spiral's lost the rear. He spun out. And he's lit up the rears. Yeah, it's a shame. But he's spun the rears on that very, very tricky, I believe, turn 8 or turn 9.
So, Alpine have not had the best days.
That's both Alpine drivers who at one point were in the top 4. Currently now out of the points, and one has retired from this race. Bread now has a 2.5 second gap out in front, and he does the fastest lap also, so he'll be looking to run away in this race, as Salfero currently behind Libano, who's derating already here on lap 5, and it looks like it might be an easy move for the Alfa Romeo driver, as Libano goes defensive, and Salfero with way too much straight line speed easily gets past and up into P6. Libano, I believe, may have DRS.
Yes. I'm going to say this, but Otapa's had an absolute storm. He's up 12 positions. That's Wagenaar. He spun out.
Yeah, Wagenaar spun out in just towards the end of the middle sector, so exactly where Pyro spun out himself. Otapa,
he has no damage.
as JJ mentioned, currently up in P8, really showing that pace that he was showing in qualifying before he was unfortunately disqualified. Let's see how far he can get. Obviously, the 2 drivers in front of him currently on the medium tyres, but ahead of that is Flo, only 2.2 seconds up the road, currently on soft. So Otapa will continue in this pace. He has a massive, massive chance of some big points in this race for Mercedes. I wonder what him and Libano will decide to do here.
Okay, so I've noticed P4, Liam has no ERS. Flo has a lot of ERS. So I think Flo is going to get the next 2 laps if you like.
Yeah,
the
Flo's
ERS difference
generally
is
been
huge.
good at that. Yeah, Flo's generally been good at managing ERS, 100%.
Liam's down to 10%, Flo's in 70 plus.
Oh wow.
So yeah, Liam's going to be struggling on this front DRS straight, and I'm hoping Flo can make a move here for P3, P4 man, sorry.
Ooh, and the top almost loses the rear, wow.
Here comes Flo, he's going to get him here.
And
turn one, side by side, and blade on the brakes, Flo takes position.
Yeah, Liam doesn't really defend that. I think he knows that he's really lacking ERS. Or is he going to try and come back at him with the second DRS? But Flo's got so much ERS. That move is well and truly done. And as we speak of that, Otapa gets past Libba now. I believe that's what you were about to say there, JJ.
Yes, I was going to say either team orders or Otapa just went for full-on pace faster.
I think it might have been team orders there. Otapa's really got the pace, and that's Wage now again.
Oh,
is he out of this race? Yeah,
he spun out on the same corner.
And Pyro currently trying to make his way back through the field is in P11 on the softs. He's currently troubling Houseman in P10 and Coutinho currently P9.
So obviously to start the race you've got like a mixed race since both Alpines had just unfortunate races today. You've got Ken, a new driver currently in P2. Could he get a podium today? For his first race, RGB as a Wage now retires from the session. So that's not a good start for the season as Kappa spun out as well. Oh wow, so you've got literally entertainment all over the grid. As there goes Brett who starts lap 7. There's a clear advantage over Ken.
Yeah, Brett is very, very comfortable at the moment. And Wage now retired from the race. That's the F2 champion of last season. Not with a very, very horrible start. And it's actually quite funny. When you look at the drivers that have DNF, some of those, or most of those, are actually the favourites for this ERO F2 season. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out as we get through the calendar. And you can see Pyro's really starting to struggle on those soft tyres, losing the rear grip. Is Coutinho going to battle him hard? Yes, he does. Coutinho goes defensive, and Pyro's going to try and find his way around the outside, but I'm sure the forward driver will not be allowing that, and he doesn't. He stays in P9. Otapa currently only 4 tenths behind Salfera, so the Mercedes man really showing his speed. He'll want to get past as soon as possible and pull up to the back of those drivers currently on the soft tyres, and that's from Liam, who's now in P5, and both Red Bulls in P3 and P4. It looks like Ken may have taken... Excuse me, the gap between Ken and Brett isn't actually growing that significantly. If anything, it's been quite stagnant for the last few laps. I wonder what that is down to.
Unless Brett's just taking it easy on the tyres, because he said he did want to do a one-stop apparently last time I checked with him.
Yeah, I think a one-stop is possible if you can get to lap 10 or lap 11.
It just depends on how you drive, obviously, and obviously how you manage the tyres, ERS, etc., etc.
Yeah. So it looks like Otapa's going to make a move on this lap. Salfera's drained his ERS, has only got 19%, so he won't have too much to defend with. As the Red Bull RGB pits, so I wonder if he'll go to the hards. If not, then he'll be stopping twice. He goes to the mediums, so that's looking like a 2-stop. Is Otapa going to go for the dive bomb here? I would not be surprised, and he thinks better of it.
Oh, Pyro ties in the pits. So Pyro, Alpine's had an awful day today. You had Mr. BT get the drive-through and get spun out twice. And then Pyro spinning out himself in P2. So it's been a very unfortunate day for the Alpine.
Yep, and Pyro leaves the session. So, quite unfortunate for some very quick drivers here. As yellow flags being waved, but they are gone at the moment. Maybe we'll have different challenges this year in F2. Currently, Ken, the gap's still only 2.6 seconds. So maybe ERS usage, I'm not too sure. We'll have a look in a moment.
Give us 2 seconds and he starts something else.
I don't know, my car spun every time at that turn after lap 1 crash. Next time better. And it is my first ever race without assist since last season.
There you go, as Mats has joined as the first penalty, which is obviously not a drive-through. As you've got Brett, as Ken pits! Ken speeds in the pit lane!
He gets a 5-second time penalty, and there's an Alfa Romeo that's spun, I believe it's Sunset or Luke Lira. And yeah,
After
Kane
mine.
gets a 5-second time penalty. That's such a shame. Otapa is going to breeze past South Ferrer down the back straight, and it doesn't look like South Ferrer is going to fight it too hard. No, he doesn't. Houseman.
I'm going to ask Lucky, how did you think Sunset was an Alfa Romeo?
Sunset was in. Oh, did I say Alfa Romeo? I think I meant Aston Martin.
I was going to say, wait a minute, was he colorblind?
Yeah.
No,
Aston
it was
Martin.
It was Sunset who spat out.
Oh, okay. That's such a shame. Now this race is at least for the race win. Bread now is going to have effectively a 7.5 second gap, as obviously Ken has enjoyed that 5-second time penalty. There's more yellow flags, and that is Jelani.
Extra.
I wonder if he's got damage.
But I'm seeing that the Tapper is catching Liam.
Yeah, and actually he would be on those medium tyres. He probably is at a rate of knots. Tapper in a very, very good position for a podium here today.
But looking, remember, he started P20.
Yeah, P20. No, I hope he does, to be fair, because he didn't. I know obviously he got disqualified in qualifying, which is quite a shame. So to start at the back, not based on pure pace, can be very demoralising. So hopefully he does get a good result for his team here. And you can see Liam currently derating in the distance. He's using up a lot of his ERS. I wonder if he will jump into the box on this lap. Yes, he does. And I believe
Flow pits.
The only person that stays out is Bread. So Flo pits, so does Liam. And we'll see when they come out in regards to Ken, actually, because Ken is gonna. What did he serve that penalty? He's gonna have to serve it. No, he hasn't served it yet.
Yeah, he has to serve it if he pits again, and he's going to go across the line. RBGB's right behind him as well, and they have both undercut him. No, not undercut him. I mean, they were ahead of him.
Yeah, the gap is quite considerably bigger though. That just shows you how much more grip you have with only a few extra laps on a new set of tyres, especially around this track where the tyre wear is so high. Currently RGB having a slight look at the back of Ken, who obviously has that 5-second time penalty, and Flo and Liam put on the hard tyres, so there'll be one few laps of this race, because obviously the mediums, even if you do put on this lap, they aren't in the greatest of condition come lap 27, but obviously the hard tyres will be getting quicker, but they'll struggle in the earlier phase of this stint. And we watch as South Ferris still managing to stay within DRS distance of Otapa up ahead, whilst Libanal only 1.6 seconds behind, just watching on to proceedings. Coutinho also managing to hang on, only 1.2 seconds behind, with Houseman the closest man currently in the top 6 to the man in front, and that's a gap of 7/10 as the leader Bread comes into the box now. I wonder how much time we would have lost to Ken, and will Ken take the lead? Obviously with those fresh mediums, but Bread will be going to the end of this race quite comfortably. So we'll watch
on mediums.
We'll watch as this does unfold. How close are they going to be come the end of the pit lane?
They're going to be side by side. Mr. RB is going to be side by side.
And there's Bread on the right. It might be 3 wide coming in to turn 1. What's going to happen here? Are they going to give each other enough room? Yes, they do. But RGB's got the inside line. And they make a little bit of contact. But here comes Ken. He goes up the inside. He might take this 3 wide. And Bread decides to back out and think better of it. And it looks like he's going to take the position from Ken around the outside. Yes, he does. And RGB gets out of shape on the exit. Oh, this is great racing here. Hopefully they can keep their noses clean as they come downhill into the tricky braking zone, and Bread manages to just jump up the inside. They make a bit of contact, but it's all clean. Ken watching on to proceedings. Is Bread going to retake the position? It looks like he will. Yes, he does. That's great racing there.
But then Mr. RB's going to have DRS now, so he can come back in now.
Yeah, and Ken has got 95% ERS as well.
But remember, Ken is definitely going to be pitting again, it seems, if he's pitting this early.
As there's yellow flags and Luke Lira's out of the race, he's DNF'd just at the beginning of the middle sector. Would that be a safety car? It's a virtual safety car.
Oh, I'm curious what the front runners are going to do now. Are they going to pit? Because they might get ahead of Bread.
Surely they have to jump in the box.
Yeah, Atapa's pit. Oh,
no, he doesn't. South Ferrer boxes, so does Libanal. Coutinho boxes. Otapa's not pit, and that may be very, very costly. Houseman jumps into the pits.
Coutinho's overtook Libanal in the pits.
Oh my god. Okay, so we're going to watch the leaders. The leaders are into the box, but it looks like they will still gain the position, but they would have gained a lot of time. But Bread's probably in the best position for this, as he had only just pit recently, so he won't lose out too much in regards to tyre wear. But Tapper's going to lose the most out of all of this.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised he didn't pit and being the front runner of Mercedes and all that.
I think he thought about it, but for some reason, because he was kind of to the right of the line, but at the end he decided to change his mind. As Power says, disappointed spinning myself. First race with no ABS, always room to learn. Yeah, don't worry. There's a very, very long way to go.
Oh, great! My game is crashed.
Oh, sugar. What are you? As in, shall I invite you back?
Yes, because I'm stuck on Ken and the edge.
Oh wait, I can't even invite you.
Wait.
Did it take you out of the game? Probably when it actually disconnects you.
I think
a few drivers have just got drive-through penalties. It was Jelani that's got a drive-through penalty, so a massive shame for him in P11. Once he serves that, he'll be well and truly far away from the points. Hopefully something can happen in this race for him. But currently on Tapper, the man with the at the biggest disadvantage, not pitting, only now 12 seconds ahead of Bread, who's on those new medium tyres.
Okay, can you try and invite me again, please?
No worries. Yeah, there we go. Okie dokie. Where are we? Liam very, very close to the back of South Ferrer. Currently on hard tire, it's going to be a very easy move. And Libano a second behind. With the DRS, he's got absolutely no ERS though, so I'm sure South Ferrer will be back very, very soon. RGB still very close to the back of Ken at the moment. They're currently battling over what is provisional P2, as Bread has managed to pull the gap out ahead.
Hey, I'm back. Okay, so yeah, it looks like not that missed that much when I came back from this.
Yeah, not much happened in that lap. Just the end of the virtual safety car, and it looks like there's a man in the pits as Jelani serving his drive-through. And whilst we say that, Sunset looking to go around the outside of Kappa Cox in the Williams. Is he going to make it stick up the inside for what is turn 2? Gets a little bit out of shape, but he manages to gain the position. So good racing there by that's the Martin driver.
As further forward, you've got Ken, who's just trying to stick to Bread, but he has to defend against RV obviously now with DRS.
Yeah, I think it's quite hard for them to keep up.
But I'm curious what Tapper's doing. Is he going to push for softs? Because he's not pitted and he's on that 40.
Yeah, I think that's, to be fair, I think that's all he can do at this point. Because if he does pit for the mediums, I don't think he'll gain as much as if he waits out as long as he can, maybe another 6 laps or so, and slap on a set of soft tyres. He'll be very, very rapid at the end of the race. And you've got about a 4-car convoy here formulating at the front of the midfield. So from South Ferrer, Lebanon, Woutinho, you can see these cars are battling. And is Woutinho going to try and go from at the inside? He has a little look, but he does think better of it. Lebanon currently derating. Just ahead of them, you've got Liam on the hard tyres, but it looks like Woutinho's got a good run here. He's going to try and make the move up the inside. There's yellow flags being waved. There's another spinning car, and the Ferrari and the Mercedes make a little bit of contact. Fortunately, nobody spins out. Libano gets a little bit out of shape on the exit, manages to hold it together.
I really expected you to say something about spinning out there. I just bloody knew you were going to say something.
Wait, so
well, that's the American Ferrari. But as it looks like, basically, he's going to hold him off for the time being. But can Woutinho use the next DRS straight?
As Julian sends a bread emoji, so that was really funny.
Alright, so Livanau has less ERS now. He's derating again. So can he hold him off on the front stretch? Is the better question now. Since the Tapper is going to be pushing for softs definitely now, since he's on lap 15.
Interesting to see how that does play out. Maybe it was a masterstroke by Otapa thinking to go for the softs rather than what Liban and Woutinho did going for the hard tyres. And maybe it does make sense actually to wait for the softs. Who's spinning? Jelani is having a very unfortunate race.
He just reset on track.
Yeah, he's having a very torrid debut, unfortunately for him. Hopefully it will improve as the weeks go by. Currently we've still got this battle going on. The closest battle currently on the track between South Ferrer, Libanal and Woutinho. Houseman currently in P10. He's not managing to get into the DRS, which is what you really, really need in order to keep up with guys around this track with the 3 DRS zones it is very, very DRS orientated. If you're not in the DRS, then you will be losing a lot of time to cars ahead, as Sunset does the fastest lap of the race at 128.3.
So yeah, as you said, DRS is very, very critical on this track. But RGB just can't get close enough to Ken. He's using his better ERS management to keep ahead of him. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens to these two later in the race and when they go full throttle to the end.
You can see Brett currently, the gap between Brett and the top are 8 seconds at the moment.
It was 8.6 at the start of the lap, so Brett is starting to make waves on the mediums now. But it's curious where the top is going to pit is the better question. Since those mediums at this point are going to be very screaming.
Very much so.
But let's just see if this alternative strategy will work.
I think it really could work. When he does pit, whereabouts will he come out? There's a few big gaps on the track. The biggest being between Sunset and Houseman, 22 seconds. But after that, between P4 and P5, it's an 8.5 second gap, as people are saying Brett got an easy win.
Here comes Living Out and Safara.
They're all derated at the moment. It's going to be 3 wide going into turn 1. Surely not. It looks like Libanon's going to get the jump. Yes, he does. Moutinho's looking for a move. Is he going to get the switchback? He's going to get better drive if he can keep it together on the traction. Yes, he does. And now he's going to hold the slipstream from Libanon. Salfera may lose 2 positions in 3 corners here. He does. He's very, very deep on the brakes. He locks the front right. Moutinho.
I'm sorry. I was really sorry.
And as Moutinho manages to make it around the outside, Salfera dropped a position and Houseman has managed to get into DRS of Salfera. Sorry.
Oh no, I've got a foot white puncher. Alright, but other than that, Brett is cutting onto the top. He's now cut the gap by another 1.5 seconds this lap. So Tapper's tyres are very dead.
Yeah, Tapper at the moment really struggling. Brett on those mediums really flexing his muscles and showing his pace. Currently catching maybe by about a second per lap.
Yes, so he could catch him with 5 more laps, I feel like.
Oh, and watch Houseman. I wonder what his pace is like, because he was managing to hang on without the DRS. And he's managed to save a lot more ERS than the guys in front who are all derated. I wonder if he may have a chance at Salfera into turn 1 here. It looks like he's not really he's not deploying that ERS, so he wants to just hold position at the moment. I believe there will be some place for him, but Moutinho and Libanau look like they are going to really scrap it out for this P7. Moutinho looking very, very aggressive at the moment. It looks like he wants the position. He's got DRS wide open. Libanau looks like he's going to go defensive. Is Moutinho going to look for the switchback? He might get better traction. Yes, he does, but not enough. It looks like Libanau may have used a little bit of DRS to defend there, smartly so. And he's going to retain the position, but we'll stay on board with it.
So yeah, as you see, these two are battling by, but they can't worry too, because they've got Sulfara and Mats right behind them.
Yes,
obviously Mats has got the best ERS out of the 4 of them. So if he can get past Sulfara, he might have a chance to get past the 2 in front of him too. But we'll have to wait and see, because the DRS in this track is very powerful if you can get the right exit.
And you can see Libanau derating there before maybe halfway down the straight. And Moutinho will see that, and I'm sure he'll be rubbing his hands at the prospect of the next DRS zone coming on the back straight. Salfera's managed to save up a little bit more ERS, around 20%, but you can see Houseman currently 50%. He is most certainly in the best position currently out of these 4 drivers at the moment, but he does have a penalty which will be added to his time at the end of the race. It looks like Moutinho's a lot closer to Libanau at the moment. You can see Libanau's going to go defensive.
Oh, well, so sorry to interrupt you, but Ken is battling RGB right now. They're on the second DRS. They're going to go side by side.
Yeah, and yes, they are. This is for provisional P2. Ken goes up the inside, and they're going to go wheel to wheel. They bang wheels, and it looks like the Red Bull's got the position done. And as we say that, Moutinho also gets past Libanau going into turn 1, and Libanau's defenseless to fight back in the second DRS zone, excuse me. And very, very late on the brakes there, manages to keep it together. As we say this, Bread only 3.9 seconds behind Otapa, who's still yet to pit. And also, if you don't know, Otapa started at the back in the grid in this race, unfortunately, after getting disqualified from qualifying. So he's having an absolute storm of a race at the moment, and is looking on for a very, very good point scoring race here.
So if you've noticed, Liverpool and Coutinho literally have the same ERS at this point now, because they are just literally hammering nail and tooth to get this position. Since obviously the reserves being taken out, so basically they'll get more of the points, etc. But it looks like Liam's actually slowly cutting into Flo's gap. He's now up 1.4 behind. So
yeah, Flo is starting to lose touch to the guys up ahead. The gap was around 8 seconds. It's now 9.8 seconds. So losing time there. Tapper will look to drop probably somewhere around this battle that we can see going on here, or a little bit further behind, but obviously we'll be on brand new soft tyres, so this is definitely one to watch at the end of this race.
Ken nearly did a Mazepin there. He lost at the curb and had to back out, and he literally couldn't get enough close enough.
Oh, and he's very deep on the brakes. It looked like he was going to go straight into the rear of South Ferrer. Fortunately not, but Libero looks like he's struggling at the moment. It looks like South Ferrer may be interested in a move as Libero's derating down the second straight.
Yeah, but it looks like Mats is just not able to make a move. He has the DRS and all that, but he just can't make a move at the moment.
Yeah, it's a bit of a train that we've got here. As you can see, Libano's seriously struggling at the moment for pace. South Ferrer looking to find a way past in a very, very unorthodox area of the track. But you also see, look at the gap out in front now, 2 seconds. Tapper's tyre is really, really falling off the cliff. And Ken and RG are literally stuck together for what is a provisional P2 at the moment in this race. These two are inseparable at the moment, and they've effectively run the whole race alongside each other. Those are the guys in P3 and P4.
Oh,
so
Tapper's pitted.
Yep, Tapper comes into the pit, so we'll see where he falls out. It looks like it will be behind this group of cars that we've got here, but obviously he will be on the soft side. So South Ferrer goes wide. Looks like guys are going wide trying to avoid penalties there. Unfortunately, that was caught on the stream, but
Tapper might be right in the middle of this group, or right in front of Coutinho coming out of the pits now.
He might, as you see in the bottom right, the Mercedes slowly coming towards the end of the pit lane. Has he got the jump? He's ahead of...
Yes, he has!
He's ahead of all of them.
Wow, Tapper's done a masterclass, and now we can chase that one on the freshest tyres.
Wait, how's he done that? Wow, okay, so... hard tyres. I think they've been fighting each other. I think it's the hard tyres and the fact that they've been fighting each other quite hard.
And they've got no ERS.
Yeah, no ERS whatsoever. Tapper's in a really, really good position here. I wonder how much time he can gain. Could he get a podium?
Yeah, he's gonna have to go literally qualifying lap after qualifying lap to get that.
Yeah, but it'd have to be now.
The cars in front of him that he can definitely get. You got Liam and Old Hart and a 9-lap Old Hart, and the same with Flo.
Oh, and he's gone deep. Yeah, he has to do some really, really good laps. He's gone deep there, and he would have lost quite a considerable amount of time. You can see Coutinho's actually within DRS now. Surely not for long on those soft tyres. He will be a lot quicker. But this is one to watch for the end of this race. The gap between Flo and the man in P3 is 10 seconds. Or Tapper about 3 seconds behind Flo. How quickly can he catch these cars? Really, he'd have to put in his best laps within the next 5 or 6 laps, because these soft tyres do switch off very, very quickly. So he needs to throw it all at it, basically. As there's a Red Bull in the pits. No, I believe. Oh, no, RG's in the pits.
Oh, he's doing the 2-start, remember? So now, Ken, is he going to pit?
So this means
Tapper could get a
Ken's
podium.
going to stay out. Tapper could be in P2, but as we watch this, Mats is making his way around the outside of South Ferrer, and it's going to continue down to turn 3. Mats gets the position, but South Ferrer is going to get the DRS and the slipstream. He's not got enough DRS to attack, but is he going to throw it up the inside? Yes, he is. He's having a look, but Mats holds it around the outside. They don't make contact. He's going to keep it in bounds as well. It looks like the Alpha Tauri will get the position. Yes, he does. So it's a good move, and he's made it stick. And it's Coutinho's round. Coutinho's round. It's unfortunate for Coutinho. So he was in a good point scoring position. He's currently, he's still in the points. He's in P10. Fortunately for him, Tapper at the moment is now only 4 tenths behind Liam, who now all of a sudden is looking at what could be a potential P2 in this race. It depends on whether or not Ken is going to stop or go to the end.
Yeah, but it's going to be, as this expected, Bahrain always manages to bring out something.
It'll be interesting to see where RG ends up, though.
RG's obviously he doesn't have to deal with Coutinho anymore, so he's got a car ahead of him now. And Ken's not paying. As a Tapper's going side by side in the last corner, breaks late and takes position. but he's now going to have DRS as well.
Yep, and he gets DRS, so that was perfect for a tapper. He's literally flying at the moment.
Oh, whoa. Yeah,
could he get P2 in this race? We'd have to wait and see. I think P2 is definitely there for him with Ken on those 12-lap old medium tyres. These tyres will be absolutely screaming come the end of this race, so we'll watch closely at that. Also, we see Salfera getting close to the Houseman, and RG, who's looked to go to the 2-stop.
Oh, Chopper's going to make a move here! And the inside! And he does it!
And that shows you how quick Otapa is going at the moment, because the last time we were with Otapa, he was absolutely nowhere near Flo, and now he's half a second in front of him. You can see Otapa up into the podium positions after starting dead last in this race. The gap between him and P2 now 12 seconds. I wonder how quickly he can go. We wait and see. Only 7 laps to go here in Bahrain.
I just remembered Ken has a penalty.
Oh, he's got a 5-second time. Oh yes, he has a penalty.
Otapa gets second place.
Wow.
From P20.
Yeah, no, that would definitely be some driver of the week stuff. If he does manage to pull that off. RG flying at the moment on the soft tires. What can he do? It looks like he'll have these guys for dinner ahead of him. That's Salfera, Houseman, Libano, and Liam currently all on the hard tires, and he's flying on these softs. He's going to get Salfera even before the end of the lap. Yes, he does, and he's also going to pick up DRS from Houseman ahead, and he just about slots in front, and Otapa does a 27.3. He's improved by a second on his last lap. He's flying at the moment. Liam's still only 3 tenths behind him though, so he's not actually pulling on. He goes for the dive bomb. He goes for the dive bomb. Otapa gets the cutback. Oh no, that's Flo. That's Liam and Flo. And Liam doesn't get the position. I was thinking that's impossible, but Liam goes for the dive bomb, and Flo smartly just looks for the cutback, and there's a massive battle going on behind this.
It's three-way battle.
It's three wide. It's three wide. Oh, surely this isn't going to end well. It looks like RGB's going to make his way around the outside, and also Houseman wants to do the same. Him and Libano make contact. The Libano's in the back. He's out of the race.
Oh!
It's a massive shame for Libano. They went wheel to wheel. Oh, wait, where's Bread? Surely, where's Bread?
Bread is coming to the final sector.
No, surely Bread's gonna have to come into the pits and put on a new set of softs.
And then Ken obviously has to send his 5-second penalty, but then he won't have to worry about that anymore.
Okay, so this race is just flipped on his head. RG and Otapa, obviously the guy is currently on new soft tires. The race leader Bread, who's been dominant here in Bahrain, currently 6 laps to go. Is he gonna come into the pits for the soft tires? Yes, he is.
So that means Ken has to follow him unless he's going to take a huge risk with a 5-second penalty.
It was a nail on the head that Brett had to pit. Absolutely no way you stay out. And Ken also comes to the box. I wonder what Otapa's going to do. Is he going to stay out on these 2-lap old mediums and potentially take the lead, or is he going to box? We'll have to wait and see. He's coming into the Otapa boxes. And Flo, it looks like everybody's going to file into the pits. Surely for the soft tires, it's going to be a 5 or 4 lap sprint at the end of the race here. And RGB stays out. Obviously, he's just pit, so he's going to gain a few positions. He's got past Otapa, and he's also going to get ahead of Ken. So RG is now up into P2 in this race after stopping for the soft tires only a few laps ago. So I wonder if maybe Otapa could have stayed out. He's lost another position. They're all going to be on soft tires at the moment, so it's just going to be based on pure pace where they finish rather than strategy or tires. Really the playing field is evened out completely now, as Sunset also comes into the box, and Yomir, the second McLaren driver, coming into the pits, who's currently on hard tires. They're all put on soft tires, and Houseman had a 3-second penalty that didn't get, that would get added at the end. I was going to say what an amazing drive from Otapa. Yeah, truly is astonishing. Let's see what he can do after he made that second stop for the soft tires there at the end. I think he still has the pace. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
So everyone's going to be on fresh softs with probably about I think 4 laps to go.
Yeah, probably. I think it will come in at the end of the next lap, so 26 to 29.
It has to be obviously it doesn't have a cold mass to finish behind the safety car, so it'll be 3 laps basically. You have to.
We've had our fair share of 3-lap sprints in ERO. They generally tend to be quite chaotic, so I would stick around for this one. I'm sure we'll be in for something, as unfortunately Libano is out of this race. I'm sure he'll be absolutely fuming with what happened there. A little bit of contact with Houseman, just enough to put his car into a spin cycle and into the barrier. So only 1 Mercedes will be scoring points here. Currently 2 Red Bulls in the top 5. I believe they would be maybe second in the constructors, depending on whether Yome can get into the top 10 to help his teammate out, FRL Bread, who's been absolutely dominant today in F2. The podium, I honestly have no idea who's going to finish on the podium. You guys, let us know what you think. What are the predictions here? Is Otapa going to manage to go from P20 to the top 3, or will it be a podium for Ken, RGB, and Bread?
Well, obviously, you've got, as Loki says, that this is Bread's race to lose at this race.
Most definitely.
Since he's just dominated today. Obviously, had a bit of a fight with its Pyro before he spun out, unfortunately. And then you've got literally, like, the driver's like a tapper from P20 to a nearly podium at this point. You've got, obviously, Flo and Liam, who've got pace. Like, I don't know who's going to finish the podium at this point. There's so many cars behind them that can get a podium today. Apart from Martino.
Imagine if he gets the podium.
If he podium, I'm going to be like, no, I'm leaving the party champ if that happens. Like, no, can't do it.
Red, RGB, Otapa podium. Wow, okay, Otapa is being ticked to be on the podium. We'll see. That will make up the third spot. It'll be interesting. Personally, I actually don't know. I want Otapa to end up on the podium, but it really depends on the restart. I've seen some very, very chaotic things happen in ERO F2 on restart, so really I don't think I'll even make a prediction, but what I will say is it's most likely going to be a lot of carnage.
Don't bring flashbacks, please. I remember Monza still.
Oh yeah, Monza's a special track. That's a special track.
Monza was absolute hell for the restart.
Yeah, that was
crazy. Since Martino killed 3 guys.
So I wonder if the safety car will be in this lap. We're going to find out as the cars are about to come across the middle sector line.
Because the game only lets you have 3 laps left. So
there you go, safety car in this lap. So all the cars weaving to get as much temperature in those soft tyres as possible. They're all on relatively fresh softs, except RGB, who actually pit a few laps before the safety car came out. So he's managed to regain some of the positions that he lost when he pit. So we'll watch Bread and see what he does on the restart. Can Otapa get back into the podium position? He was running in a net P2 just before the safety car. What can he do as Bread looks like he's not gone yet? No, he's gone now, and he's caught RG on the back foot slightly. It looks like Otapa, Liam's coming under pressure or applying pressure to Flo in the Red Bull.
Otapa currently... pressure. And Liam sent it on the outside, he's side by side in turn 1. Fed back with Tino and South Ferro side by side too.
Yes, they are, and there's an Aston Martin behind watching closely. South Ferro and Moutinho switching places. They might have made slight contact then. Here comes Sunset. Is he going to go for a move? Moutinho looks up the inside and backs out just on the last one. There's slight contact, but all's okay. Fortunately, nobody has spun out at the restart. Bread currently streaking away out in front. They got almost at a second or over a second now.
Wow, he's just checked out as soon as that restart's gone.
He has, and Sunset is right on the back of South Ferro. Surely he's not going to go for a move around the outside. Yes, he does. Is he going to make it stick? Yes, he does. That's a great move there from Sunset.
Yeah, South Ferro didn't want to go side by side there, so he backed out a bit.
But here's the big battle for the podium. Still, you can see Brett's checking out, but there are 5 cars here within, or that could be separated by absolutely nothing. I think we might have 1 lap of DRS on the final lap. So stay around. Surely this is going to be a chaotic finish. I wonder who's going to get the podium. Honestly, I do not know. Liam really using his ERS to apply pressure to Flo. Flo's going to go defensive going into the final corner. Is he going to go for a move? No, he thinks better of it. Flo might have just outbraked himself slightly. And it looks like Liam's going to get a better exit, but he is out of DRS. He's used all of his ERS on that lap. And
as Bread's just smashed the toughest AC lap by nearly a full second there. As it's literally, RB is going to have to fight all these guys for the podium. Since we're not going to have DRS until next lap.
In 11 and 12. Yeah, I feel like it's really just going to be decided on that lap. RGB is using
Liam's on the outside, and he just can't make it. Liam's desperate to keep past Flo. He's pushing and pushing anywhere.
really having a good battle there. Unfortunately, Jelani
got dive bombs!
A little bit wide. Oh, and Liam.
Oh! Liam came off worse there.
Yeah, he did. He's lost positions, and he might lose another one to Houseman currently behind him. Unfortunately, he doesn't. Quite a lot going on at the moment. The gaps are quite close. Sunset again looking to take another position here from Houseman after the stunning move he made on South Ferrer the lap prior to this. There will be DRS activated at the end of this lap, so Bread is well and truly on his way to his first victory of this F2 season.
As I see, you got 2 laps of DRS, so that could determine the podium today.
Yeah, it surely will. Oh, as penalties handed out at the same corner there to the guys at the back.
As here we go. We now have 5 more DRS detections before the end of the race now.
Yeah.
Is anyone going to use this for the advantage to win?
Liam's leading at the moment. The gaps are quite stable. Everybody just holding position. But Ken still on the back of RG, and Sunset and Houseman look like they're switching positions. Yes, they are. And Sunset applying more pressure. He wants to get another position up at speed time. He gets a little bit out of shape. And he manages to make it stick. And he's got the ERS to defend. Is Houseman going to go for a dive bomb up the inside? No, he doesn't. He thinks better of it. So good move there by Sunset. Still managing to find positions here with only 1 lap remaining, or after this lap. The gap between Ken in P3 and RG in P2 was at 3 tenths. You can see it's very close up ahead. There's multiple cars coming by absolutely nothing. This could be a very close finish. This is reminding me of F1 last season. At the end there was about 5 cars back. Wait to see the DRS.
Oh, what's it?
That was with Will, Yagajan, Julian, Vilzu.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
So Ken looks like he's much better in the second sector, but I think RG's just got the straight line speed.
Yeah, we'll see it coming down the main straight. This is and you can see Liam's being really aggressive, trying to get as close to flow as possible. So we're gonna watch our Tapper, who's got 44% of ERS. This is gonna be RG is going to find himself in a lot of trouble going on into turn 1. He may well find himself off the podium. There's only 1 lap to go. Brett starts the final lap of what's been a dominant Bahrain Grand Prix. Ken's got his DRS wide open. RG's going to go defensive. Atapper's going to watch on. He's derating. He goes up the inside. Atapper surely is going to send his way up the inside as well. There's 2 cars wide. We watch this from behind. They bang wheels. Otapper's gonna maintain the position up the inside. They make contact. RG's gonna to the gravel. Is he gonna spin out, or he almost takes out his teammate? Fortunately, he doesn't. Flair manages to get past. RG loses 4 positions in 2 corners. Liam gets his way up into P5, and there's a spin. There's 2 spinners. There's 2 spinners at the back. They most likely made contact. The guys in P12, P13. It's Yomir and Jelani. Currently, Otapper now only 1 position behind P2. RG's managed to lose out massively there after Tapper got a little bit out of shape on the exit of turn 2. It's a big shame for him. The stewards may have started to talk about that afterwards, but we'll have to wait and see. It looks like it's going to be Ken in P2, as Tapper didn't really get the exit he wanted there. But Tapper currently in P3 after starting dead last. I don't know how he's managed to pull it off, but he has. Still a few corners to go. It looks like this will be the finish position unless something crazy does happen. Sunset only 2 tenths behind RG, who's really struggling at the moment. I wonder if, you can see he's derating. He's got no ERS. Sunset's going to go for a move. Bread comes through the final corner. He's about to cross the line to take a dominant victory. Sunset goes up the inside of the final corner just to compound RG's misery. It's going to be a photo finish across the line as Ken comes across the line to finish second, and Otapper finishes P3. And you see how close that was. Yeah, you saw how close that was. We rode on board with that. It was close. Sunset managed to pick up another position on the final lap. Coutinho managed to maintain a points position in P8. South Ferrer stayed in P9. And
wow, that was eventful.
Yeah, that's the conclusion to the first race of the season as Otapper gets driver of the day. Yeah, very well deserved. I'm going to look in the F2 chats.
Yeah, 11 hours, obviously happy, you can tell. I'm going to see. The only thing going on right now is Liverpool. And I'll see Mr. BT.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so, as predicted, as really expected, Bread takes a dominant victory in F2. Ken, in his ERO debut, gets on the podium. I'm sure he'll be happy with that. Otapper, as you can see, started P20, manages to finish on the podium. Flo taking P4 for Red Bull after what was a very, very unfortunate final few laps for his teammate RG. He went from P3 down to P7 after coming into contact with Otapa. It's not letting me scroll down, and that's why. And then you have Woutinho in the Ferrari after starting P12. He's gained 4 positions, so I'm sure he'll be happy with a few points. The only points for his team, as we had quite a few DNFs in this race. Unfortunately for Libanel, contact with I'm not too sure who it was. I think it may have been
Houseman.
Yes, contact with Houseman meant that he did not finish this race. An unfortunate start, a disappointing start for the champion Wagener, BT, Luke and Sniper, who I'm sure next week will be looking to score some big points on the board after what wasn't an ideal start for them here in Bahrain.
Well, that was just chaotic Bahrain. Why does Bahrain always produce great races?
To be fair, it's a good track. It's a very difficult track, but you can race. That's one thing. It does allow for good wheel tour racing. Good wheel tour racing, I'm sure we'll see tomorrow. But before that, we'll get to the press conference. So it is Bread, Ken, and Otapa.
Yes. I'm going to add Ken as a friend then so I can get him in. Oh no, Ken's has left. Great, I can't, for God's sake. God.
Red, RGB. Wait, who finished? Oh no, it wasn't RGB.
It was Ken and Otapa.
Yeah, Ken. Yeah, Ken and Otapa. It was Bread, Ken, Otapa. Okay. I was going to say the prediction we got was correct. Unfortunately, just about out with the RGB, but nevertheless, Otapa did get his podium. I'll be very excited to hear from him. See how it went. What is the time at the moment?
It is 20 past 7. So 1 hour and 20 minutes for that race and qualifying.
Oh yes, Lewis Dunk clean sheets injected.
Okay, I just need to get him.
Have you managed to invite any of them?
Oh sorry, I thought you were doing it. Sorry, 2 seconds.
Oh.
Sorry, I thought you were doing it because you were saying the names out. Attacker. Good.
I deserved that podium. Yeah, to be fair, you did have a very good drive. It was quite unfortunate the way that ended out for you, RG. I'm sure you'll get many podiums here, so don't worry too much about it.
I think it was this one.
Yeah.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
I guess we'll start with you anyways, since you're the third man on the podium.
Hello.
So, yo.
Hello.
Hello, bro.
Wait, is Ken? Do you have Ken's? What do you call it?
I did invite him because it was. I don't know what number. I think I invited the right one.
Okay.
If not, I'll give him a minute. I'll go back through.
Yeah,
Fred, don't you start, alright?
Alright, so Tapper.
Imagine this random ass Ken joins the party.
Oh god. Are you ready up? Sunset? Okay, no. I don't know what Sunset's doing at the moment. I'm gonna have to back out. Alright, so yeah, Tapper, we'll start with you since you finished in third position. Congratulations, it was a pretty crazy drive from the back. How were the first 2 laps for you?
To explain the feelings from qualifying session, you can't imagine how I was feeling when the game disqualified me, because it could have been easily P6 or 5, I'm not sure now, maybe P6. First laps were like, please, no damage, because, you know, this damage in this game it's much different than on the previous game, and, you know, the guys are trying to be as, to drive cleanly, but, you know, everything can happen, so I am very happy that I survived the first turns, first 2 laps, and then I gave my everything from P20 to P3 for me personally. This is a very good result for me.
Yeah, no. It was a brilliant drive. I think you gained at least 7 positions in the first.
Yeah,
first 2 laps.
It was crazy. Yeah, I had some dive bombs on Voitinho and, and some guys. So yeah, it was crazy race, but I'm happy for P3. Sure.
Okay, nice one. On the other hand, the man who dominated, I know you basically didn't see anybody most of the race. Obviously, actually no, except for the start. It was a good start from, was it Ken or RG? I can't remember who it was that actually managed to take the lead.
No, it was Pyro.
To be fair,
it was Pyro.
I just had a horrible start. I don't know what it is, but on this game, I'm so bad at starts. I just have, like, my initial launch is always really good, and then I have, like, all of the wheel spin in the world.
Yeah, I did see that. To be fair, you could see that initially you kind of got off, but then he pulled up alongside you into the second phase. But nonetheless, the qualifying 124.4. Tell us about that. And don't say it wasn't a good lap. I'm not trying to hear that.
It was a good lap, but I didn't go full out because I was a bit scared because I had invalidated my 2 laps before, so I knew I couldn't like. I was like, I have to just make sure I don't need to do some sort of stupid fast as I can lap. I just need to get it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll start last.
Yeah. Because I saw that. I think what turn was it? Is it turn 14 that the curbs on the? I'm not sure what call it is, but just into the final sector. I think.
Yeah, but both times. The first time I completely went wide. The second time I went wide by about 1 millimeter.
Yeah, I think I saw that one. We were riding on board, but either way, what was the race like from your point of view?
It's quite good, to be honest. After I got into first, I was like, right, I'm just gonna get out of DRS and then I'll manage my tyres. I was quite surprised. I think it was Ken that just joined the party. I think you were also gonna go for the 1-stop soft medium. I was surprised. Yeah. I didn't know if anyone else was gonna try that. So that was good. I saw the guys behind me pit quite well, not quite one of them, they pit normal times, but they pit for mediums, and I was like, I'm just gonna go long because
I think that was RG.
Just I can't remember.
I don't think you saw how he's the last lap was a bit the last 2 laps were a bit crazy. Actually, before I get to Ken or Tapa, I want to ask you about that. So the last couple laps, just after the safety car restart, what were you thinking? Were you trying to go out all out for the podium, or you just didn't mind holding the P5? Wait, is that Ken? Yeah.
No,
yeah.
Where's the tapper?
Wait,
I'm here. That was you're questioning me. Sorry, I thought that the question is for Ken.
No. Sorry. Question for a tapper.
Yeah. Yeah, I know the question. Like, when the safety car comes out, I was thinking, should I box or not? Like, the safety car 5 laps to go, because if I didn't pit, I would be I would be on the Ken's place. Yeah, let's say.
Yeah.
Like P2. Yeah, but I decided to pit, and it was a nice battle with Ken and with RTG. I'm so sorry for him for that, because he spun. Probably because of me, but I was, I have to do the correction because we were on the limit with tires, so hopefully it wasn't my fault. Yeah. But I decided to pit that it pays off. Okay. I gained P3.
So Ken, P2, this was your ERO debut, correct?
Yeah.
Alright, so congratulations. I'm sure you have a lot of podiums in F2. You seem like you've got the pace. What was the race like from your point of view? Oh yeah. Oh yes.
I didn't enjoy the safety car coming out. Has to be said.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shut up. Shut up, Mr. I won the race already.
Well, you considered...
I thought there was some sort of like... I thought it was meant to be that like into turn 1 I'd die after the safety car restart or something.
Were you considering staying out on the mediums, by the way?
No, never.
Okay.
Well,
I knew if even if I came in and Ken didn't come in, then I knew I'd be on softs behind him and I'd be in second anyway because I had the gap to P3. So,
yeah.
I spent most of the race looking at the my minimap, watching the battle between Ken and RGB. That was great.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, they were literally battling hard back and forth. Literally, it was a good race. Those two.
Have you got anything to ask them particularly, JJ?
No, Brad, you didn't die at turn 1 at least.
I didn't. I actually finished a race on F1 2021. It happened.
Yeah, don't jinx yourself, please. It's Japan next.
Japan. Oh god.
I hate Japan on this game. The curbs just kill you.
I haven't actually done Japan yet, but
the SS.
I need to try
Oh
it.
god. I'm just trying to think. Tapper, I really expect you to come screaming when you join the party. Tapper.
Please, can you repeat the question? Sorry.
I was really expecting you to start screaming when you came to the lobby after what happened.
No, I wasn't screaming.
Were you screaming with Liver now?
Yeah. When Libeno spun, you can watch my stream. I was like, Mads, what have you done? Yeah, because he had the contact with Mads Libeno, but yeah, hopefully I think Mads sent a message to Libeno, so I think hopefully everything is good. My stream, I was like, I can hear myself.
Thank you very much. Backseat gamer, sorry, rather. RG says, congrats to the podium, or tap a great drive.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much, RTG. Yeah, it was, we were like, Brad was racing his own race. Congratulations, by the way, buddy, for we were dominant. And yeah, we were, I think lap 29, we were free wide into turn 1.
Oh,
and, yeah. Me and Ken, we had the DRS and RTG didn't, and we were like maybe 20 kilometers per hour more on top speed than him, and we both sent it into the turn 1, and yeah, luckily we did it. So yeah, that was exciting. Like my last lap, my herd was 140 bikes per minute. Let's end it, yeah. So yeah, I really enjoyed the race. I have to thank you, all the guys in the lobby, in the F2 tier, that we can do such a competitive tier, and we are maybe in 5, 6, 10, so I'm so happy. Yeah, except of Brad, yeah, but
Well, obviously, I
was
think
5 tenths on pole.
Alright, Brad, you wanna go back to F1 now? Are you going back to F1 now? Alright.
Only if I get a full-time seat.
Look, you wanna swap?
I don't use line, I'm not a noob.
What happened at the start? Because I swear like 7 people just died.
I'm trying to think. Sniper got killed, but didn't know what happened. He got killed somehow.
Yeah.
I literally was watching the front and then to the back, and then I'll see a car in the middle flying off. Brad, guess what? Guess what position he was in?
What?
The golden P11.
Golden P11.
That's what Brad calls it.
It's poor man's pole position.
No, yeah, basically.
But I think his sniper got killed by someone because he just flew off the track. But let's race it, and we've got Japan next, so yay!
Yeah, so Japan next, so we'll call that a day. What was a pretty good start to the FT season. I feel like a lot of there's a lot of competitive drivers. A lot of them actually didn't finish the race. But that's actually, I feel like that's a positive for this division, because when they are racing and they're up to speed, I'm sure we'll have some very, very good races. And as JJ mentioned, next week is Japan, so I'm pretty sure we look forward to that. I think Japan last season in F2 was a pretty sick race, so I'm sure.
I still live it now, but it wasn't good for me.
I'm sure we'll be entertained.
I lasted 4 corners. Yeah, so I had fun.
But either way, I'm sure we'll be entertained. But until then, will I be here next week? I'm not too sure, but if I'm not, JJ will be here. So until next time, either way, we'll see. Obviously, tomorrow's F1, so be sure to tune into that. I don't really know what to expect from that personally, but we'll have to wait and see how that pans out. So join JJ and Moutinho for that one tomorrow, 6 o'clock. For what's hopefully going to be a great race. But yeah, until next week, from myself and JJ, have a good time. Whatever you're doing, enjoy your rest, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.